5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to our channel.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to our channel. We are very happy to be present in front of you. At this first meeting, we want to present content that will discuss the origins of Islam. Today we will explore the journey of religion that affects millions of people around the world. Let's start. The origin of the religion of Islam. The religion of Islam has deep roots in the Arabian Peninsula in the 7th century AD. But to fully understand its origins, we must go back to before the birth of the Prophet Muhammad, PBUH. The background to the birth of Islam can be understood by considering the historical, social and cultural context at that time in Arabia in the 7th century AD. Based on the historical context, before the birth of Islam, the Arabian region consisted of various tribes living in a fragmented social system. There were tribal wars, economic rivalries, and various religious practices, including religions of paganism and other beliefs. Arab society at that time had a value system based on the principles of courage, justice and tribal unity. They also upheld oral tradition, poetry, and rhetorical skills. Mecca, the city where the Prophet Muhammad was born, was an important trading center in Arabia. Every year, Mecca becomes the venue for religious festivals that attract pilgrims from various tribes and religions. In this context, the birth of Islam is an important milestone in the history of human civilization to date. Starting from anxiety and worry about the condition of the Mecca community at that time, which he considered lost, such as the tradition of worshipping idols, Lata, Uzza, and Manat, liking to draw fate with arrows, burying baby girls who were considered embarrassing, making young Muhammad often go away from his people. By being alone, retreating to a quiet place for days to months. In the process of doing this, Khalwa Muhammad received the first revelation he received in Hira cave as an answer from Allah about his anxiety, and at the same time emphasizing the importance of monotheism, oneness of Allah, and the call to abandon paganism practices and worship only Allah Almighty. At the age of 40, Prophet Muhammad received his first revelation from Allah through the angel Gabriel. The revelation teaches the teachings of monotheism, that there is only one Almighty God, as well as high moral and ethical values. Prophet Muhammad became Allah's messenger to convey his message to mankind and guide them to the right path. Prophet Muhammad is the last prophet sent by Allah to bring Islamic teachings to mankind. During the early days of his dawah and conveying the revelation, the Prophet Muhammad faced challenges from the political and religious authorities at that time. The Quraysh leaders in Mecca saw Islamic teachings as a threat to existing religious authority and practices. However, despite facing oppression and resistance, the early followers of Islam known as Muslims remained loyal and steadfast in their faith. By daring to convey the revelations he received, the Prophet Muhammad faced many challenges and resistance from those who did not want change. However, the spirit and truth of his teachings spread quickly among his followers, who are known as Muslims. They found strength in this new religion, which gave them hope, unity, and a clear direction for life. In the course of time, Islam began to spread widely among Arab peoples and later outside of Arabia through the struggle and spread of the teachings of the followers of the Prophet Muhammad. Its military successes and the moral values and just legal system brought by Islam were important factors in the appeal and acceptance of this new religion by many people. The presence and spread of Islam not only changed the social, cultural and political face of Arabia, but also had a significant impact on the development of world civilization. The contributions in science, art, architecture, and commerce made by Islamic civilization have formed an important part of human history and development. We flash back a little backwards. The Prophet Muhammad was born in 570 AD in Mecca, a city that at that time was an important trading center in the Arabian Peninsula. At that time, Arab society generally lived in a social system consisting of warring and trading tribes. Despite several existing polytheistic belief systems and religions, many Arabs also live in a state of spiritual and moral darkness. Prophet Muhammad grew up in an environment full of social and religious differences. At the age of 40, in the cave of Hira, the Prophet Muhammad received his first revelation from Allah through the angel Gabriel. With the message of monotheism, the Prophet Muhammad started the mission of conveying God's revelation to mankind. He and his followers, who are called Muslims, faced great challenges when spreading this new religion in the ancient Arab society. Little by little, starting from family, relatives and friends began to believe in and accept his teachings, even though there were only a dozen people. This phenomenon was seen by the Arab dignitaries at that time as a threat to the existence of their influence, so that the Prophet Muhammad and his few followers were often intimidated, harassed and even threatened with death. Seeing a dangerous situation for his followers, he ordered them to emigrate to Africa, which became the momentum of the first hijrah. As time went on, his followers increased and the pressure from the Quraysh infidels also grew stronger. They became hostile and even wanted to kill him with a fairly high fee. Until one night he planned to move to Medina with his close friend Abu Bakr as-Siddiq. God's help began to come, reflected in the reception of the people of Medina, who received it with joy. Over time, Islam also developed rapidly in Medina until the conquest of Mecca, until he died at the age of 63 years. After that, the government was continued by Khulafaur Rashidun. Islam grew rapidly. The caliphs led the conquest of vast territories, forming the Islamic Caliphate, which expanded the influence of this religion to various regions. Islamic civilization grows and develops along with the spread of this religious teachings. The city of Medina became the center of a new civilization and the base of activities for Muslims. There, a society was formed that was governed by Islamic principles, including a just system of law and government. Through the struggle and perseverance of Muslims, Islamic civilization began to spread to various parts of the world. Influential companions of the Prophet Muhammad, such as Abu Bakr, Umar bin Khattab, and Uthman bin Affan, led the expansion of the Islamic Caliphate, which covered Arabia, Persia, Egypt, to Spain and Central Asia. During the Golden Age of Islam, Muslims made major contributions in fields such as science, mathematics, philosophy, art and architecture. Scientific centers such as Baghdad, Cordoba, and the Middle East became centers of knowledge dissemination. Over the centuries, Islamic civilization made significant contributions in various fields such as science, mathematics, astronomy, medicine, art, literature and architecture. Universities and research centers in Baghdad, Cordoba and Cairo are gathering places for Muslim scholars who research and develop knowledge. The teachings of Islam and the influence of the civilization that it built continue to live and develop today, influencing the lives and culture of many countries and Muslim communities around the world. Along with the expansion of Islamic civilization, there has also been an exchange of culture, knowledge and trade that has connected the Muslim world with the rest of the world. Cities such as Baghdad, Cordoba and Timbuktu became centers of intellectual and commercial activity that attracted scholars, traders and travelers from all over the world. In the field of science, Islamic civilization made an extraordinary contribution. The translation of Greek and Persian classical works became an important part of the development of science in the Islamic world. Muslim scholars such as Avicenna, Al-Khwarizmi, and Ibn Rushd, Averroes, made significant inroads in medicine, mathematics, astronomy and philosophy. This knowledge was then spread to Europe during the Renaissance and provided an important impetus in the development of science in the West. Islamic art and architecture also reflect beauty and aesthetic perfection. For example, magnificent mosques such as the Grand Mosque in Mecca and the Nabawi Mosque in Medina are symbols of the splendor and majesty of Islamic architecture. Beautiful Arabic calligraphy and intricate carvings are also an important part of the Islamic artistic heritage. Islamic civilization also developed an advanced education system for its time. Universities such as Al-Qarawiyyan University in Fez, Morocco, founded in the 9th century, are considered to be the oldest operating universities in the world. Here, science, Arabic, and religion are taught to students from various backgrounds. However, Islamic civilization also experienced difficult times and internal conflicts. After its heyday, there was political division and a crisis of power in the Muslim world. This happened because of a decrease in faith and a shift in their morals, which began to love the world and neglected the goals of religious teachings. However, the influence of Islamic civilization persisted and provided an important foothold in the development of various societies and cultures around the world. Until now, Islam remains a religion followed by more than 1 billion people around the world. The influence of Islamic civilization continues to be felt in many aspects of life, including political, social, cultural and economic. Islamic civilization remains a valuable source of inspiration and knowledge for mankind, as well as making a continuous contribution to the progress of human civilization as a whole. That is a glimpse of the origin of Islam. Starting from Allah's revelation to the Prophet Muhammad this religious journey continues to develop and form a civilization that is influential to this day. If Allah pleases and you are interested in content like this, we will present basic content in Islamic teachings that is more interesting and inspiring at the next opportunity. Thank you for watching, hope this is useful. If you enjoy our content, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to our channel and don't forget to press the bell icon to get notifications of our newest content. Your opinion and support means a lot to us. See you in the next video. Wassalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Happy greetings and let's maintain world peace. Differences are beautiful.